What's up, guys? It's Rick here. How's everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. As you can see, continuing progress on the Dave Parker tribute build. This is the 70 Chevelle by Revell, the 124 scale kit here. This one right here. So I haven't gotten a whole lot of progress on the kit, and really I'm kind of stalling on it, I guess. And it's not because of the whole tribute thing, it's just because usually when I do a build I plan it out, and I got a good idea on what I'm going to do. And this one I kind of just really wanted to build something for Dave, and I wanted to make it kind of crazy, something that would represent, what he would do maybe, or throw a little bit of my inspiration in there for it. But the downside on this kit is, and I don't remember it being this bad when I was younger, but I don't know, maybe I was just younger and I didn't pay much attention, but there's mold lines everywhere. There's a lot of sink marks. The interior, I mean the underside of everything has got sink marks on it. Parts aren't really lining up all that well. This rear end's pretty twisted. I'm gonna cut off the exhaust here in a minute, and I actually need to take off this stuff here. I guess I could do that right now. But yeah, I mean, in this front suspension I had to tweak it a little bit. I don't know what it is. I guess it must be these small sink marks that are on the bottom here. There's some really small sink marks here right on the areas where it mounts to the frame, and I couldn't get the spindles to go into the upper control arms, but they're pretty good now. It's a little off here on this driver's side, but I can fix that. I think once I get a coat of primer on there, I'll see how everything is. But this rear end's definitely going to need some work. I'm hoping that when I cut this exhaust off of here that I could straighten it out a little bit, because I got this rubber band holding it. It's a two-piece assembly. But I'm just going to cut this. Just get that off there quicker. Which probably, I don't know if that's even going to make any difference. There we go. But yeah, this whole assembly here is kind of jinky. Let's see if I can show you guys this. I don't know if you guys can see that on the camera, but it's pretty twisted. If I hold one side, the other side pops out. If I hold the other side pops out. So, and there's a big seam here going across. It doesn't really even line up all the way, so I'm hoping that when I cut this exhaust off, and I was kind of worried, but when I cut it off, this part will be on the top, so you're not going to see any of the area that I cut off. I also had an idea for the hood. I really don't like this hood all that much, so I'm thinking about filling and sanding down this little scoop here that opens up. Once you get to a certain speed, it'll open up and let cold air in, or it'll close. It's just like a little vacuum operated flap. But I think that I wanted to get a resin cowl hood, but I really don't have the money or the time to deal with that. But I want to sand this down and make it flat to look like just a regular cowl hood. I believe this is a 1.5, maybe 2-inch cowl hood. I'm not really sure, but it's the factory SS 454 Chevelle hood. So we're going to see how that goes, but that'll probably be one of the later things I do. I'm going to see how all this body work and stuff comes out. I mean, most of the parts are just about ready to go. There's just so many mold lines everywhere. That's what's really killing me on this. I'm really not sure. I started working on the engine here, and there's a huge seam that goes down the middle of that. I don't think that's going to be too bad to clean up, because I actually got this lined up, but most of the mating surfaces too don't line up. Like, see, I don't know how well you guys can even see this, but I mean, it rocks back and forth, and the heads I still got to finish. But see, yeah, they don't even fully line up right. So it's going to be a fun build here. But I'm going to keep doing it because it's for a good cause, and I built this when I was a kid, and I really wanted to finish it. I never ended up finishing it. I got it almost all the way done, and then I got rid of all the models. And so I'm starting over. I was actually working on this master cylinder for about the last 15 minutes or so, and I just about Just about got it to where it needs to be. I mean, there's mold lines everywhere. But I think I got it just about good to where it's going to line up right. Yeah, that should work. So chuck that in our soapy water, get that cleaned up and ready to go for paint. I think what I'm going to do on this exhaust, since this is going to be kind of a not street legal car, I'm going to take the exhaust, and I mean even these manifolds here, they're going to need a lot of work. And what I'm going to do is modify this downpipe here and just make it come straight out, so it'll basically just dump out right here, go straight to the ground, and I'm just going to eliminate this whole exhaust. I was thinking about possibly cutting part of it off and doing kind of like a little pipe there that comes out and just follows down, and maybe some side pipes, but for what this car is going to be, the downward straight out exhaust is going to be the best idea. I think it's going to be the easiest. I need to de-chrome these, which actually I need to pull all this stuff out of the purple power here, all my chrome plated parts. So let me go ahead and do that, and I'll show you guys what they look like. Alright, so I removed the parts that I had in here, the valve covers, the bumpers, and I also found some parts that I had from another kit that have been in there for, God, 2 or 3 months probably. But everything looks pretty good. Here's our valve covers. I'm going to need those first. Work on this engine. There's a couple spots that I missed on here, but this is old purple power. I've had this stuff forever. I need to screen it out and get all these little chrome plated parts off, but I haven't used this stuff for painting or anything. This has all just been for stripping chrome, so it still has all of its strength to it, I would think. But it looks like it worked pretty good. There's just a few little spots I need to sand off. Not a big deal. I'll let these sit in here and soak for a little bit. Like I said, I mean, I had all kinds of parts in here. I think there's still some brake drums in there. But these are from the 31 Ford Rat Rod kit, which I think I'm going to end up getting rid of. I'm not a big fan of the kit. I got some valve covers here. These are from the 77 GMC kit. And here's our bumper. And like I said, I'm going to sand off this SS and everything, and I'll get in there and see if I can. But I got a idea that I'm thinking about, since this is going to be like a race car, not really a street car. I'm thinking about possibly covering the headlights and taillights with just some blank panels. But I'll see how that goes, because I don't have any translucent red or anything, and I don't really feel like, because if I want that to look right, I'll have to paint silver or bare metal foil inside that that lens housing there, and then color the translucent red over it to make it look right. I believe that's how you do it. And on the headlight bezels, I'd have to do the same thing, because these are chrome and they're going to be stripped, and they'll probably be satin black or gloss black color to match the trim. And like I said, the 2 inside ones will be drilled out, and the 2 outside ones are either going to have the headlights in them, or they'll be just blanked across. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but I guess if I end up getting some bare metal foil, well, I actually do have, where do I got that at? Oh, I bet I put it away. I do have some of that that foil tape. Oh, here we go. And I also have some other stuff I'm probably going to try. I got this stuff here. I might make another video on that. And please ignore the sirens in the background. That's typical St. Charles, Missouri for you. Got an accident every 5 minutes. And here's this foil tape, this HVAC tape. Never tried it, but I got enough to probably do quite a few kits here left over. And I also want to try this out on the windows, because I hear this stuff works great. So I guess I'm going to start doing some work here. I guess I could show you guys what we're doing. Guess I'm going to start maybe working on this body. I'm hoping I can get a day here. It's just the weather's been ridiculous. I know any of you guys living in the Midwest, you know how it is. It was, what, 70 to 80 degrees most of the week last week, and then now it's damn near snowing. I know some of you guys even got some snow, but it's down right now. It's probably 35 degrees. I think it was supposed to actually get down to frost point almost in the outlying country areas, but I live kind of in the suburb city area, so it's not too bad here. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna start working on this. Like I said, I haven't figured out my wheel and tire combo. Um, I really don't know. I wanted to do something different, but I think I might just go with um, the wheels, not the stock ones, but the custom, like I guess they're Krager style wheels, and we'll go with those possibly, and probably just dechrome them, paint them to match the car. So what else do we got? Oh yeah, really the only major amount of work that I got to do here, as you can see, this is kind of what this is going to be like here. So I'm going to have to cut out not only these two things, but I'm going to have to cut out, or I should say notch at least, this firewall here, which that's not going to be too big of a deal. So yeah, I guess I'm going to start working on this. I'm going to stop jabbering on. Thanks for all the views. It's cool. We got all these builds going on. Really looking forward to more progress from everybody on the community builds and the Dave Parker tribute build. So you guys take it easy, and lots more videos to come.